Hey everyone, Fatty from Pack a Punch Traders here. Just gonna make a video lesson going over pretty much the day, since we only got half an hour left. My previous video lesson, deleted that. It was on silent for some reason and couldn't get, obviously you couldn't get the information. So I'm gonna go over the stuff I went over earlier on top of this. We'll start off with pick. I didn't go over this one earlier, even though I did have it on watch. It was just looking for an open price play and VWAP reclaim if it failed to break down, as we got a low float, up a lot, and shorts are in control of this one for quite a while too. So it failed to break down, came back, reclaimed the open price of 340, broke VWAP, and that's where it started getting interesting. As you can see, the volume came back, and when it failed to break down and it broke high a day, that's when it took off and shorts just all covered, and we got a beautiful 40 something percent spiker, maybe more than that, close to, yeah, no, from $4 you're getting 50% depending where you enter. But yeah, beautiful play. Here's the daily chart. Just not used to this. Shorts just betting against a crappy chart, and when it failed to break down, their expectations were broken. Buyers kept coming in. This is what's possible. Now we're up 220 some percent on the day. Absolutely insane. I missed it, even though I was having it on watch. But we'll be looking for the multi-day bounce in a couple days after it sets a red day. That will be very fun to play. So we'll just wait for that. My trade of the day was MULN. Only traded it once. Totally ignored this. I was a little busy doing other things, and I had my eye on it kind of, but I was in class, so couldn't really pay much attention. So this one, breakout play, just completely failing to break down. Lower float, doing insane volume. So here we got this uptrend. I was really interested in it yesterday when it failed to break down, and after hours it was spiking a bit. So for me, this was an absolute failure of shorts to take it lower. And at this point, they're only up 20, 25%. So they cover. Buyers like me come in. You get a solid push. I traded the morning push here from 208 to 233. And why I sold, we'll get into that here. So I liked how we got that failure to break down. Added really quick when I saw it hold. And then because there was that 195 breakout level below that it was a fake out over, which set the 209 breakout. Um, so I still had 195, two-ish as a key level. So when it failed to break that in the morning, instantly smacked it with a starter, got a perk, added more into the hold here to 212 and 213, and that brought my um, average up. Got in, so average is 208, right below the breakout level, and from there we got a solid choppy kind of spike. So that was stressing me out because I thought this would be a play that would take off, but it didn't. So when we got this choppy action, and you can see here, I have a line set, set with the volume, um, and this was encouraging here as well. We got that triangle and it breaks through it, and then we start facing some resistance here. Once we get this red candle, we get this quick little fake out, and instantly starts fading instead of holding up or continuing, and we get some red volume. I smack it, get out at 233. So that was annoying, but nonetheless, some good profits. Just 1,000 shares, quick little trade, and see what happens here is we hold the open price at 211, and more importantly, the breakout level. We get this little double bottom from the morning here, fails to crack it, sending it lower. So we start uptrending. Shorts fail to take it down. At this point, they're only up 10-15%. So they start locking in a little bit, and it just starts perking as well. You got dip buyers that miss this play, see the double bottom, start holding it up too, and you get kind of a slower move here compared to what Pix was, or is rather. It's probably still spiking, but nonetheless, a solid move to mid twos. I thought it would get to three, so this was a little disappointing. I thought we'd get a much bigger spike, but who knows? Maybe it's setting up still for a move later on in the week, or today's Thursday, so maybe next week. Who knows? Maybe tomorrow. Maybe it does have it holds up and gets a previous high day break and takes off. We'll see. But pick, that's a beautiful play. That is making some solid money. You get 500 shares in low fours area, just about $2,000. You can be making 500, 750 ish within 10 minutes or so if you have the patience, as it keeps holding up, volume keeps coming in. When the volume does kind of fade and some selling comes in, it's still holding right near the highs. It's not budging. So that's showing that it's got strength since that little bit of selling, but just not enough to take it lower. So onwards it went, and we got to move to six. So very solid move here. Just watching, learning. Gonna wait for the multi-day bounce. Other place to look for, RCAT. This is one that's still interesting to me. Uptrending, just low volume. Just looking for this bounce play here. As yesterday we had a neutral candle after this fade, so I'm thinking time to start bouncing. Maybe today is setting up for a solid move tomorrow, but right now it's trying to bottom. It just doesn't have enough volume to really take off yet. Another play that was disappointing. Didn't trade it. Just not comfortable with these super low volume plays. Still getting used to them. We got this solid move from Pally with the dip buy after we had a huge gap up yesterday and just a fade the whole entire day. So at some point, these shorts are going to cover. Thought we would get a bigger move. Just failed. Maybe setting up for tomorrow. But, you could have had a quick 10% if you would have played it from 96, 97, and sell into the spike here as it was holding up for 9-10%. So there was a little bit of opportunity, but not what I expected. So that was disappointing. What else was there today? GLG. I think I went over that. Solid move. After hours held up a bit pre-market, but just making lower highs. And just failure to keep holding VWAP in the open price. And just got stuffed, so we got a whole day fading here. This might be something to potentially look at tomorrow for a bounce play. If it reclaims VWAP, it fails to head lower. What play was hour. Beautiful, beautiful play here. Was looking for this right out of the watch list. Just didn't give it much attention. Where is it? Right here. VWAP hold, bounce play if it fails to head lower. And that's exactly what happened. Now we're approaching a breakout level. So this still might be a play. Maybe if it holds up potentially overnight, it is a super low float play. Just looking beautiful, holding trend. Also low volume early on, but you got that failure to keep going lower. Let's expand this. You got the spike, the hold of the low threes, and on a first red day, usually that's an indicator of more red coming. When it fails to break down, holds the VWAP, starts uptrending, you get a solid break of 4. And hold it right here. You could have possibly traded it in the morning as an entry around 375, but I would have probably been more comfortable late day 4 or on the dip here holding VWAP in the low 4s, and you get this quick 20% move. And right now we're holding up. I think this might be a great trade here soon. If it gets around 5 and fails to break down, it could really squeeze shorts. This one's actually kind of an exciting play. As you can see, the history is just garbage. Some shorts probably getting in here the past few days, and now it seems like it's really failing to break down, and we could really get a breakout. If not today, tomorrow. We do only have 22 minutes left, so might be overnight play if it were today. But here we are. That's kind of it for the day. Some energy plays spiking decently, um, but nothing great. Just low volume bounces. This is another play that I was watching. Was just looking for the VWAP hold. Ideally, the entry was the high day break because that was right below that right there, the 143 breakout. And right above that, we got the 150 pre-market break. It just happened so fast. Totally missed it. If you were quick enough, could have made 10% or a little more in a matter of a minute. So that was pretty neat. But this thing's still holding up, so we'll see how it works out here as it reclaims the breakout. So who knows? Maybe this sets up for a play tomorrow if it fails to break down. But yeah, just totally missed this move right there. See what pick is doing, just fading. Yeah. Don't want to make this too long. Kind of covered everything already, so from here on out, I'm probably just going to be giving a bunch of ums and repeating myself. Let me see what else is there. Yeah. Okay. So that's kind of it for the day. Pick was a great play late day. Muln, or let's show him again. Got the failure to break down. Volume comes back. Solid pattern. Um, Not much to say here. Low float, just kind of everything I go through. Good volume, low float, holding trend, holding key levels. Shorts are in and trapped in there. So just a recipe for a short squeeze. And that's all you're trying to line up. Where's the other one? Moon. Here we go. A little bit of a choppy breakout, but still some decent opportunity here. You got that push in the morning, failure to break down, holds, confirms the breakout level and the open price, comes back, reclaims the VWAP, and from there it's just upwards. Hasn't seen this price in 3 hours now, the low twos. So this thing could possibly be a play for overnight. I'm not going to be trading it overnight, but it is holding up. It is a breakout, holding trend with insane volume. So I think that is a good recipe for an overnight hold, but I just have not had much success with overnights, so I just try to stay away. Sometimes they're irresistible, but I'm just going to play it safe and try to finish my Friday, finish the week off good tomorrow. So yeah, PIK, MULN, great plays, great charts to study as well. Kind of figure out the psychology, look at how the volume works out with the price action, as well as the flow that comes into play. I forgot if there was news. There has to be news. Release of what? Cheaper by the dozen on Disney Plus. Okay, so that's the news that started all this. You got the news, led to the spike, and then shorts just failed to take it down, and then that leads to this whole move now. So yeah, it's probably the only video lesson now since the other one's done with, and I kind of went over everything. I'll make a, what do you call it? Watch this later. Post it on Twitter. So follow us on Pack a Punch Traders at Pack a Punch Traders on Twitter. Like, subscribe to the channel and the video if this was useful, or if you'd like more content like this. We're pumping them out daily now. We're also on other partner in this, Jared. He is kind of taking care of the TraderCast, so you get some live streams. Got a bunch of YouTube videos, so a bunch to study from. Blog posts on the website at packapunchtraders.com. So, yeah, we'll come back tomorrow, try to finish the week strong. But for now, Looks like it is a day, and looks like this thing's failing to keep holding up.